Hi, and welcome to the Tranquil Cottage Knits podcast. I'm your host, Michelle. You can find me on Ravelry as Tranquil Cottage, Instagram as Tranquil Cottage Knits. I have a Facebook group that I am going to be getting up and running relatively soon, and you can find the blog at www.tranquilcottageknits.weebly.com. So, hi, guys. Happy autumn. I am so feeling the autumn vibe. My husband and I were talking about what seasons were our favorites and kind of trying to guess each other's answers. And I told him his favorite is autumn, and I was right. And he said my favorite was spring. And I was really thinking about that because I was like, no, it's autumn. No, it's spring. No, I like summer because I can get in the pool. And I realized spring, I have this joy, like this energy of the rebirth and the renewal and the trees budding out and the skies turning blue and all of the birds and just seeing the wildlife. I do have like this happiness, excitement that comes about in the spring. So I can see why you would think that it is my favorite. But I also realize with autumn there is a coming homeness. And I know that that is not a real term, but a reverence um, of the earth being put to bed for winter, the migration of the birds, the kind of dying back of the leaves and the plants and the colors changing, and the abundance of apples. But just all of the autumnal colors and everything really speak to my heart. And to me, spring has an excitement and autumn has a reverence. And so I can't say that either are my favorites, but definitely for me, autumn is its own thing and not, um, it's not comparable to any other season. Yes, there is the whole pumpkin spice latte thing. Again, coffee. But there is something completely different about it that sits in my soul and makes me happy when it's autumn. Now, having said that, my birthday is in the autumn. My birthday is in 3 days, and so I'm super excited about that. When I was a little kid, I would get so excited for my birthday. Just, I loved my birthday. And as I've gotten older, of course, you feel like time is just slipping by so fast, and I think that part of that's because we don't have the school year to kind of mark our life moving forward. Um, when you work, it is work, work, work. Every day is the same. You just get up, you go to work, you get up, you go to work, you get up, you go to work. And it's kind of like you rush around and get ready for holidays and things without kind of sitting down with them. Does that make sense? Without sitting down and taking notice of where you are in the year and where you are in the day, really. And so I have, as my husband will tell you with quite a bit of sarcasm, I celebrate my birthday week. When you are in the work environment, you oftentimes can't really go out to dinner on your birthday because this or that and the commute doesn't work, and so you celebrate the weekend before or the weekend after, and you can't really do anything indulgent on your birthday typically when you have to work. um, Again, Callie, come on, get down. silly girls. She likes to sit up in our chairs at our picnic table outside and pretend. Come on, you can come up. Hi. Hi, puppy girl. This is my Callie Grace. She's saying hi. Did you get me muddy? Don't you get me muddy. Um, Hi, baby. So she likes to get up at our picnic table and pretend that she's a person. Where was I? Woohoo! As we get older, we tend to lose our train of thought a little bit more often. But no, I just believe in like you don't have to celebrate on the day, but you should always celebrate the day. And you can celebrate the weekend before, the weekend after, but that doesn't mean you should fail to celebrate the days in between the day you celebrate and the actual day. I don't know. But I just tend to celebrate big now that I'm older. I think it's nice to give honor to the landmarks in our lives. That's my other dog scratching. Um, and that we should kind of take notice of the wheel of life that is kind of going around and changing constantly, rather than just kind of zoom through it and, you know, rush to get the last few Christmas presents done and wrapped and, all of that. And next thing you know, it's over and we breathe a sigh of relief. And where's the joy in that? So I now that I am no longer in the work environment and I am taking care of my family member full time, now I'm looking to really not only mark those times for myself, but to also mark those times for my loved ones. And so I'm super excited about that. So that was an odd intro. Just kind of what's on my mind. Thoughts with Michelle. Um, but now let's go on to the knitting. And um, I have freshly off the needles, so freshly off the needles that I have not even woven in the ends yet. The scarf I did for my mother-in-law. It is out of Noro Subame, which is a silk blend. The pattern is the multi-directional scarf, and I will link to it in the show notes today. But I am super excited about this. It is a generously long, lovely scarf. She does love it, so I've already had it on her. She said I could borrow it to podcast, but she wanted it back. And her winter coat is this kind of deep wine color. The dogs are playing King of the Hole, where they fight for supremacy over the hole they've recently dug. Y'all, there's so many holes. My yard looks like Swiss cheese on satellite. It's bad. But, so this really beautiful color is the color of her winter coat, and this is just a squishy, warm scarf. It is a silk blend, so it will definitely be very, very warm. And she's kind of always lived in the city or mostly suburbia type thing. And while I am by no means in the country life that I want to have, we are much, much, much more rural up here in the mountains. And maybe one day it'll get to be a little bit more rural. But this is a lovely scarf, and I'm so happy that she likes it and that she's appreciative. I keep reminding her, because her memory obviously is not very good. I keep reminding her that this is for her, and every time she grabs it and goes, "Really?" Just warms my heart. So, ta-da! Multi-directional scarf out of Noro Subame. I have enough left over to make her a hat, which I will do as well, and I should have pictures of that soon, because that's already in progress. Next up is, how about some yarn? How about some yarn living in my Knitter's Magic exclusive bag? You can see how big these project bags are. They hold a ton, and they are all sewn for Knitter's Magic exclusively by their seamstress, and she is such a delight. She's so wonderful. She did bowl cozies, and I got a few of them. And basically, when you have a bowl that you put in the microwave or you have ice cream, um, the bowl gets really hot or really cold and it sweats. And these are cozies you put your bowls down in, and they are so wonderful. And it is so great for my family member because I don't have to worry about her burning her hands on the bowl or it being uncomfortable as she's holding it. It's just, they're wonderful. And so, um, that brings me to my next thing. I got myself some birthday yarn. Again, we celebrate all week, right? And the I've been so feeling all of the autumn colors, and I wanted wool, and I wanted softness, and I wanted warmth, and I just want everything in an autumnal vein. And so I got myself just just a few skeins. I did also pick up some yarn I had purchased from her previously, so this seems like a ginormous haul. Um, and while it is not like I was like, it's my birthday, yo, and went and just bought all of this at once, because that would not be reasonable now, would it? Uh, but just to kind of show you, um, she did a showcase of rags fiber. And rags fiber is a dyer, an indie dyer out of Pennsylvania by Pittsburgh, I believe. I love Pittsburgh. It's where my family is. Well, my family's Belle Vernon, but all of my dad's side of the family is up there. And so I do not know yet if I'm going to put these colorways together or not, but I was so feeling this one. This is such a joyful autumn color. She This is her Versa base, which is a 100% fine superwash merino, 250 yards, 4-ply DK weight, and the colorway is fall forward. But it is just so happy. It reminds me of apple picking. That's what it is with these bright greens in here and it's apples. This reminds me of apple picking and of apples in the autumn. So I did get 2 skeins of that, and they're so happy. And whenever Rags Fiber does her colorways, she typically does a semi-solid to to complement her variegateds. And so this colorway is Little Red Monster, and it was dyed to match, not to match, to complement, I guess it's a better term, the um, the variegated. And so I have these 3 skeins that will be 750 yards. Yes, 750 yards all together. And I don't know what they're going to be yet, but it's apple picking, y'all. I had to have it. And so this is from, I mentioned last time that Knitter's Magic does yarn showcases every Thursday. And so this is from the Rags Fiber showcase. So super excited to have it. And then anybody who knows me knows that I absolutely adore Malabrigo. Oh, you know what? I'm not done with Rags Fiber yet. I also picked up, some Zach yarns. No, I don't know why I say it with a pout on my face because, that's not reasonable. Um, this is, before I get done with rags, let's do the sock yarns as well. This is her Platinum sock, which is a 75-25 merino nylon blend, 464 yards, and it is a 4-ply. It is Halloweeny and super squishy. I don't know if you guys ever see when dyers are doing like orange-black combos, and where the orange and the black bleed together, you kind of get this muddy, gray, purpley color. That color is just not my vibe. I, I don't like it. But her her color changes within yarn are so clean and so nice. And so this is all the shades of the yellowy oranges up to the pumpkin, and then the deep black to gray. And look how pretty that is. Ugh, the camera's reading the gray, the black and gray is purple. That sucks. It is not. It is a true black to orange to cream with like here you can see the kind of yellowiness. But it is so pretty, and it is all the Halloweeniness we need. And so I got that, and this color so spoke to my heart. This colorway is called Fennel, and I can tell you, I can have the best, the absolute most expensive camera. I can have all of my settings absolutely flawlessly perfect, which I never do, because I suck at that. My husband would be so much better if he wanted to engineer my videos. Not gonna happen. But even with the best camera set up on the best settings, there's no way that this colorway would have justice done to it, even under the best circumstances. Let's just say that. This colorway is called Fennel, and my favorite color is green, so it should be no surprise, no shock that I love this. But it has a sagey green base with this pop of turquoise and these little pops of kind of these brown, and there's, I know somewhere, oh, I know, here's a pop of like rust. Can you see that? And there's actually a kind of crimson that snuck in here as well. And it all just goes so beautifully on this sage base. Like I said, there's nothing I can do that is going to be able to translate to you guys how gorgeous this is. Everything I do just makes it look really washed out, and in life, it is just so beautiful. And again, this is her platinum sock base, same as the other one, and I can't wait to knit this up. I have no idea. I don't want to do socks with it, but I don't want to do a shawl with it. Maybe a cowl? I don't know, but it is just so incredibly pretty. And there's just, I'm sad for you guys that you guys are missing out on how pretty this is. But anyway, so there's our label, Rags Fiber Art and Platinum Sock, and like I said, it's just so beautiful. And then I think I got one, yeah, I got one more from the Rags show. And when I saw this from like way back, it just looked like a true brown, and I was like, oh, I've got to have that. Well, looking at it up close, it is a walnut brown and a pumpkin orange plied together. Just look how beautiful that is. And that is just, oh, it's so pretty in person. Now this is her marled sock base. And the marled sock is 40% superwash merino, 40% fine Peruvian Highland, and 20% nylon. So it's 425 yards, and it is so soft. It is just, I can't even begin to tell you guys how soft this skein is. I would almost think it's a cashmere blend, because it is just so soft, and it is so happy, and uh, I love it so much. So that is all I got from the Rags trunk show, or the Rags, I'm sorry, the Rags showcase on Thursday. A while back, she did a train of thought has left the station. She did a Purple Lamb. Purple Lamb trunk show. Trunk show. Why do I keep saying trunk show today? It's because all of this is Rhinebeck weekend. And instead of all of us being together with hot apple cider and cider donuts and that one food truck that does the incredibly good clams. I never in a million years thought I would trust food truck clams, but they are the best clams I've ever had in my life. And we should be walking amongst the autumn leaves, showing off our hand-knit sweaters and our hats and cows and wearing really, 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 really cute but ultimately comfortable boots. We should all be together this Rhinebeck weekend, and we're not. And that makes me a little bit sad. But that's probably why I keep saying trunk show, because I've been seeing all of the posts come across for from Loop and let's see. God, I can't even begin to think of all of the brands that I love. But for fiber, I love Hip Strings and Loop, and I love Tabo de Hoy. And back in the day, and just all of the indies, and being able to walk booth after booth after booth of Squishing and Ross Farms. So near and dear. And just, but I'm not going to be able to be there, and neither are you guys, and we all have to just be there virtually. Give each other a virtual hug. Oh, getting to see Amy Beth. And the amazingly wonderful, wonderful Joanna from Knitspin Farm. Just, I miss seeing you. Becky from Wrapped in Wool podcast, who's one of my besties, and just getting to see everybody and spend time with everybody. I mean, Becky's not even that far away. But I think that's why Trunk Show keeps popping into my head, just because I'm seeing so many advertising, so many advertising posts for everybody that I would normally get to spend time with and love at Rhinebeck. And then we just passed SVFF, Shenandoah Valley Fiber Festival, which is my local fiber festival. And just, I wish I could be with you guys. I really do. But, so we have to live vicariously. So shake it off and back to the yarn. Purple Lamb is a dyer who is, I believe, in Texas now. And she has such a good color sense. And I just dropped yarn on the ground. Ah, crisis. It's okay. You'll be all right. Y'all know I don't edit my podcast, right? Because if you were to meet me on the street, I am not going to appear eloquent and put together. So I don't fake it on the podcast for y'all. So anyway, the Purple Lamb is a dyer out of Texas. She used to be much closer here, but then she moved, and Laura at Knitter's Magic carries her yarns, and so I got me some. She just did a showcase for shawl quantities, 3 skeins paired together with her awesome color sense, and so I got, ta-da, these 3. These are a little pastel-y. This is a little princess on sparkly merino sock. This is lilac in the semi-solid collection, and it is paired with Lizzie Bennett on sparkly merino sock. And so Carla has a really great dye sense. A lot of her colors go really well together. She has some intense colorways that are just stunning. I'm knitting a shawl on her black butterfly right now, which is just killer. It's so beautiful. But I got these at the yarn showcase that Knitter's Magic did for Purple Lamb. And I also got this set, which is Epiphany, Eggplant, and Rhapsody in Blue. And boy, do they go together so well. It's like, I don't know, blueberry pies? It's so pretty, the three skeins together. And I just can't wait to knit them up. And then I did get one more set. And this set is Hands of the King, Monet's Water Lilies, and Monet's Cathedral. And they're just, that right there is my jam. That's my color scheme. If I personally were to have a colorway, paint myself top to bottom, it would all be these rich blues, greens, and aquas and teals, and just that whole range of forest to ocean. That's me. And so that finishes up the Purple Lamb. But again, not that this is something that is typical for me, but it was a birthday thing. I did also Indulgence. Now, this was my birthday yarn. However, qualify that. Laura also does personal shopping days, which is how I was able to shop for my birthday yarn. When she does personal shopping day, you can contact her on Facebook Messenger, FaceTime, House Party, Zoom, whatever floats your boat. And she will literally walk you through the store doing whatever weight you're looking for, whatever colors you're looking for. If you don't want to do that, she could text pictures back and forth. And it's really easy to do, and it's wonderful. And unfortunately, it makes shopping a little too easy because, like I said, I had a birthday indulgence. I treated myself to what will go with my black winter coat. 2 skeins of the Force. And this is Madtosh Pashmina. And they are a washed gray. So when I say a washed gray, I mean a gray that intentionally looks kind of washed out. And it is made that way so that all of these pops of color stand out tremendously. And this is, how many yards? 360 yards each. So I've got 720 yards to play with to come up with maybe a hat and scarf or something like that for my winter coat. Pashmina is a merino cashmere nylon blend, and it is incredibly indulgent, and I'm excited that I scored it. So that was birthday yarn, and she had some Arroyo, Malabrigo Arroyo, feeding my autumn vibes. These go together so well. And then I told her I wanted not apple picking. I got apple picking yarn. I wanted autumn leaves. I want a big old leaf pile. We cut down our big oak tree this year, so I will not have to rake any leaf piles. So excited about that. But I wanted yarn that just said leaf pile. I think what triggered that is I have been watching Royalty Soaps videos with Katie Carson. She does so many beautiful, just drool-worthy soaps. So many. And she did this one. It might even have been an older video. I'm not sure. I've been watching all of them. Like, I've been binge watching her videos. But she did one that was an autumn leaf pile soap, and I loved it so much. So pretty. Watching her videos is just, It's fun, but it's also informative. You always learn a little something, and just looking at what the color combinations come out with, color is color just mm, gets me. Color is therapy for me. That's why I love to paint. Um, that's why I love to spin, watching all the colors come together. That's why I love to knit. It just color makes me happy. Color can be a mood changer for me, and sometimes even just paint swatches, like little paint cards, putting them together, mixing them up is just like therapy. It is so good for my soul. Um, and so I told Laura I wanted leaf pile yarn, and this is what she came up with. And it is one of my favorite yarns in the world, Malabrigo worsted. Malabrigo worsted is a single ply, and um, it is really just lovely to knit. Yes, being a single ply, I don't use it for sweaters and things because it will pill. Too much friction will make it pill, but it is incredibly soft, and it just feeling it go through my hands is 210 yards of happy. It is just so squishy and just, I don't know, it just, it does it for me. So this is my birthday yarn. This is my leaf pile birthday yarn. And the other thing is Malabrigo uses vinegar in their dye pots and their kettles, and the smell of vinegar and wool is intoxicating to me. It's so much so. So guys, I know I say I never edit my videos. I did in this case because I literally talked for 5 minutes about how wonderful the smell of wool and vinegar is together. No, I'm not going to put you through that. But it is getting cold out here, and it is going to rain, and so we are going to pack it in. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'm excited to go cast something new on, and I will talk to you guys soon. Oh, bye, Tucker. Have a great week, y'all. Bye.